Captain Lily Morgan never expected to find an alien in her cargo hold, especially not one with fur and a tail. The Galactic Alliance had made first contact with 7 alien species over the past decade, but none looked like cats. She stood frozen at the entrance of the storage room, watching the creature curl up against a crate of medical supplies. Its body was humanoid with 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head, but covered in short silver fur, a long tail nearly 5 feet in length wrapped around its body. The alien wore something resembling a flight suit torn in several places, revealing more silver fur underneath. The creature looked up at Lily with large almond-shaped eyes that glowed a gentle amber in the dim light of the cargo hold. Lily reached for her communicator but hesitated. The protocol for stowaways was clear, especially alien ones. Immediate containment, followed by notification to Alliance Command. But something about those eyes made her pause. "I mean no harm," came a voice, directly in her mind, making Lily stumble backward. The alien's ears twitched. "I apologize for entering your vessel without permission. I had no choice." Lily swallowed hard, recovering her composure. "Well, you certainly picked an interesting way to introduce yourself. I'm Captain Lily Morgan, and you're aboard the Starship Horizon," she said, keeping her voice steady, despite the shock of having an alien speak directly into her thoughts. The creature stood up in a graceful motion and bowed slightly. "My name." She made a series of clicks and purrs that Lily knew immediately she could never pronounce. "How about I call you Silver?" Lily suggested, nodding at the alien's fur. The creature tilted her head, considering, then nodded. "Silver is acceptable," she communicated. "My species is called Felixian. We come from a system you have not yet discovered." That much was obvious. Lily thought the Alliance would have definitely mentioned cat people during the briefings. She took a tentative step forward, noting that Silver was about her height, though much more slender. "So why are you hiding in my cargo hold instead of making proper diplomatic contact?" Lily asked, keeping one hand near her sidearm just in case. Silver ears flattened against her head. "Some of my people do not wish for contact with humans. They would prevent it through any means necessary. I am what you might call a rebel. I believe our species should join the Galactic Alliance." Lily frowned. "That doesn't explain why you're on my ship hunters were tracking me." Silver explained. "I escaped in a small pod, but it was damaged. Your ship was docked at the orbital station. I slipped aboard during cargo loading. I planned to reveal myself once we were safely away from my pursuers." Lily sighed heavily. She should report this immediately, but if what Silver said was true, this could be first contact with an entirely new spacefaring civilization. And if there were factions within their society, some hostile to humans, things could get complicated quickly. "You realize I should put you in the brig?" Silver Lily said, her voice firm. Silver nodded, her tail swishing nervously. "I understand, Captain, but I bring valuable information about my world and technology that could benefit humans." Lily ran a hand through her short blonde hair. Deep space missions always had complications, but this was beyond the usual malfunctioning equipment or navigational challenges. "Fine, you can stay in my quarters until I figure out what to do with you." Lily decided against her. Better judgment. "But any funny business and you're in containment, understood?" Silver nodded emphatically. "No funny business," she agreed, though. Lily suspected the alien didn't fully understand the expression. Over the next few days, Lily kept Silver's presence a secret from most of the crew. Only her first officer, Kate Daniels, and Chief Medical Officer, Natalie Wright, knew about their feline guest. Dr. Wright was particularly fascinated examining Silver with her permission and discovering remarkable similarities and differences between Felixian and human physiology. "Silver seems to process oxygen more efficiently than we do," Natalie explained after her examination. "Her muscle density is roughly twice ours, yet she weighs less, and her neural patterns are unlike anything I've ever seen." "Does that explain the telepathy?" Lily asked. Natalie shrugged. "Possibly. Though I suspect that's just one of many abilities we're yet to discover." As the Horizon continued its patrol route along the outer colonies, Lily spent more time with Silver learning about Felixian culture. Their civilization was thousands of years older than Earth's, but had developed along different technological paths. They had mastered biological sciences, creating living ships and organic technology, while humans excelled in physics and mechanical engineering. Silver's faction believed that combining these approaches could advance both species. Lily had to admit the potential was exciting. One night as Silver curled up on the small couch in Lily's quarters, the captain realized she had grown fond of the alien. The way her ears perked up when interested or how her tail swished when she was happy, these little mannerisms had become endearing, in breaking at least 17 regulations by not reporting you, Lily said with a small smile. Silver stretched languidly. I am grateful, Captain. Your kindness will not be forgotten when our peoples formally meet. Hunterclaw's eyes narrowed. You cannot do this. I just did. Lily smiled. I will be filing the appropriate paperwork immediately and transmitting it to Alliance headquarters. Silver has requested asylum and presented herself as a representative of your people wishing peaceful contact and simply following protocol. The Felixian leader hissed in frustration. This is not over, I certainly hope not. Lily replied. We have much to discuss about future relations between our peoples. Feel free to send your own diplomatic representative to join our discussions. The Alliance welcomes all perspectives. The communication cut off abruptly. Do you think that'll work? Kate asked. Lily shrugged. It buys us time. At minimum, they'll have to consult with their leadership about this unexpected development. Silver moved beside Lily, her tail swishing happily. Thank you, Captain. This is more than I hoped for. Lily looked at the alien woman who had appeared so mysteriously in her cargo hold just days ago. Sometimes the best diplomatic solutions aren't found in any manual. She said, you might have just started a new chapter in Alliance history, Silver. And I have a feeling it's going to be quite a story. For the next 2 days, the 3 Felixian vessels shadowed the horizon, maintaining a distance that was neither threatening nor friendly. Lily used the time to help Silver prepare formal diplomatic documentation about her people, their biology, culture, and technology. The information was fascinating. Silver explained how Felixian society was divided into social groups similar to human countries, but based on genetic lineage rather than geography. Hunterclaw's group, the Preservation Force, believed in genetic purity and isolation. Their rival faction, which Silver belonged to, called themselves the Coalition of Unity and sought exchange with other species. Lily was in her quarters reviewing Silver's report when Kate contacted her captain. We just received a transmission from Alliance Command. They want a full report on our first contact situation with the Felixians. That was fast, Lily replied, surprised. How did they even know? Apparently Hunterclaw sent his own message to Earth demanding Silver's return. Kate explained. Their ships must have communication. Technology more advanced than we thought. This complicates things. Lily frowned. Prepare a full report for command, include everything we've learned from Silver, and emphasize the diplomatic opportunity. Here, I, Captain. Later that evening, Lily sat with Silver in the ship's mess hall. The alien was attracting curious stares from the crew, but most had accepted her presence after Lily had made a ship-wide announcement explaining the situation in broad terms. Silver picked at her food with delicate fingers. Her diet was mostly protein-based, though she seemed to enjoy human fruits, especially berries. You don't have to stay with me every moment. Lily said, I know you must be tired of answering my endless questions. Silver looked up, her amber eyes reflecting the overhead lights. I enjoy your company, Captain, she projected into Lily's mind. On my world, I was considered strange for my interest in other species. Most Felixians prefer the company of their own kind. Do you miss your home? Lily asked. Silver was quiet for a moment. I miss the twin moons and the purple forests, but not the constant fear of being discovered by Hunterclaw's agents. My research was considered dangerous, especially when I began developing technology to help us communicate with other species. The ship suddenly lurched, throwing Lily forward. She barely caught herself on the table. Silver, with her quick reflexes, steadied her. Red alert. All hands to battle stations came the announcement. Lily rushed to the bridge, Silver following, close behind. What is happening? She demanded as she entered. The Felixian ships have powered weapons. Kate reported. They're targeting our engines' shields up. Lily ordered evasive maneuvers. The ship rocked as energy weapons struck their shields. Captain, shields at 80% and falling, reported the tactical officer. Their weapons are somehow bleeding through our defensive fields. Silver stepped forward. The weapons disrupt the energy cohesion of your shields, she explained. They use biological principles to adapt to shield frequencies. Can we modify our shields to compensate? Lily asked. We're trying, Captain, but their attack pattern keeps changing. Silver hesitated, then spoke. I might be able to help. My research involved creating countermeasures against such weapons. You neglected to mention that, Silver. Lily said sharply. I did not know if I could trust you with all my knowledge. Silver replied, her ears flattened. But now I see I have no choice. Let me access your shield systems. Lily exchanged glances with Kate. Do it, she finally ordered. Silver was escorted to engineering, where she worked with the chief engineer to modify the shield harmonics. Whatever she did, it worked. The next volley from the Phylixian ships was mostly absorbed by the shields. That bought us some time, Lily said. But we can't keep this up forever. We need to contact Alliance Command for reinforcements. Before the communications officer could respond, a new alert sounded. Captain, 5 more ships just dropped out of faster than light travel, Kate called out. Lily felt her heart sink. More Phylixians. No, Captain, these are Alliance vessels. The tactical officer sounded relieved. It's the 7th Fleet. They must have been nearby on exercises. The largest of the Alliance ships, the dreadnought Guardian, positioned itself between the horizon and the Phylixian vessels. We are being hailed by Admiral Harper from the Guardian. Kate reported. Put her through, Lily ordered. The ship's alarm suddenly blared throughout the vessel. Red alert. All personnel to battle stations came. The announcement over the intercom. Lily jumped to her feet, grabbing her uniform jacket. Stay here, she ordered, Silver racing to the bridge captain. On deck called Kate as Lily entered 3 unidentified vessels approaching fast. They match no known configuration in our database on screen. Lily commanded. The main view screen showed 3 sleek vessels that appeared almost organic in design, with flowing lines and no visible propulsion system. Lily felt her heart sink. She knew exactly what they were. They're Phylixian hunters. Silver said from behind her, having disobeyed the order to stay behind. All eyes on the bridge turned to stare at the alien who had followed Lily. Captain, the lead ship is hailing us, reported the communications officer. Lily straightened her uniform. Put them through. The screen shifted to show a Phylixian male, his fur darker than Silver's, almost black. His amber eyes narrowed when he spotted Silver behind Lily. You harbor a fugitive human, he growled in their minds, the telepathic voice harsh and cold. Return her to us immediately, Captain. Lily Morgan of the Galactic Alliance Starship Horizon, Lily replied, keeping her voice steady. I was unaware we had a fugitive aboard. But now that you've made your presence known, perhaps we should discuss this properly. Who am I addressing? I am Hunter Claw, leader of the Phylixian Preservation Force, he responded. We have no interest in diplomacy with your kind. Return our property and we will leave you in peace. Property? Lily raised an eyebrow, turning slightly toward Silver. Silver is a sentient being, not property, the dark Phylixian hissed. She is a genetic deviant created to infiltrate other species. She belongs to us. Silver stepped forward, her tail lashing angrily. I am a free citizen, Hunter Claw. I chose to make contact with humans because our future depends on cooperation, not isolation. Lily raised a hand, signaling Silver to stop. It seemed the situation was even more complicated than she'd thought. Look, Hunter Claw, is it? I'm not in the habit of handing over anyone who requests asylum on my vessel, especially not to someone who refers to them as property. The Galactic Alliance has clear protocols for first contact situations and I am obligated to follow them. The Phylixian leader snarled, showing sharp teeth. You have one of your Earth hours to return the deviant or we will take her by force. He cut the communication. Kate moved closer to Lily, speaking quietly. Captain, what exactly have we gotten ourselves into? Diplomatic nightmare, Lily replied, but also potentially the most significant first contact since the Alliance formed. She turned to her tactical officer. What are we dealing with weapon-wise? The scans show energy signatures unlike anything we've encountered before, but their ships are smaller than ours. We have the advantage in firepower, But they may have technology we don't understand. Silver approached Lily. Their ships are organic, partly sentient. They can heal damage rapidly and their weapons disrupt electronic systems. Your shields may not hold against them. Great. Lily muttered. So what exactly is your plan here? Silver. You clearly knew they'd come. After you silver ears flattened, I had hoped to reach your alliance headquarters before they tracked me. My faction has prepared a diplomatic package, technology exchanges, cultural information, everything needed to establish formal relations. But Hunter, Claw's faction believes outside contact will corrupt our way of life. They would rather keep us isolated forever. Lily considered her options. She could surrender Silver, avoiding potential conflict, but that felt wrong on every level. She could try to outrun the Phylixian ships. But if they could track Silver across space, that seemed futile. She could fight, but that might start an interspecies war. Or she could try something completely unexpected. Silver, Lily said, turning to face the alien. How would you feel about becoming an official representative of your people to the Galactic Alliance right now? Silver's amber eyes widened. I would be honored, but Hunter Claw will never recognize such an appointment. He doesn't have to. Lily smiled. The Alliance Charter gives ship captains emergency diplomatic powers in first contact situations. I can designate you as the official representative, which puts you under Alliance protection. Any attempt to take you by force would constitute an act of war against all Alliance worlds. Kate whistled. That's stretching the regulations to the breaking point. Captain. Probably, Lily agreed, but it's not technically against them. She turned to communications. Open a channel to the Phylixian vessels, Hunter. Claw's face appeared on screen, looking impatient. Have you decided to be reasonable human? Captain Morgan will do. Lily replied calmly. I've reviewed Alliance protocols and made my decision. As of this moment, I am formally recognizing Silver here as the official diplomatic representative of the Phylixian people to the Galactic Alliance under Section 47 of the Alliance Charter. She now has diplomatic protection. Any attempt to forcibly remove her from this vessel will be considered an act of war against all Alliance worlds. The screen lit up, showing a stern-faced woman in her 60s with short gray hair and the insignia of an Alliance fleet. Admiral Captain Morgan. Admiral Susan Harper said with a nod. I hear you've been making new friends without following proper protocol. Lily stood straighter. Admiral, I can explain the situation. You can explain it in person. Harper interrupted. Prepare to transfer aboard the Guardian with your Phylixian guest. Both sides have agreed to a diplomatic meeting. You have 30 minutes. Harper. Out. Lily turned to Silver, who looked suddenly nervous. Your Admiral does not seem pleased. She's not. Lily admitted. But she's fair. We need to prepare. The next few hours will determine the future relationship between our species. They hurried to Lily's quarters, where Silver changed into a formal Phylixian garment she had kept in her escape pod. It resembled a flowing robe with intricate patterns woven into the fabric. Will your people be there? Silver asked, her tail twitching anxiously. Hunter Claw. Certainly, Will. Lily replied, and likely others from both your factions. That's why we need to present a united front. The Alliance values peaceful cooperation, but they'll also want to understand why these Phylixians attacked one of their ships. Silver nodded, her expression serious. I will do my best, Captain. They arrived on the Guardian via shuttle and were escorted to a large conference room. Admiral Harper was already there, along with several high-ranking Alliance officials. On the other side of the room stood Hunter Claw and 3 other Phylixians, all with dark fur similar to his. But there was also a third group that surprised Lily. 4 Phylixians with silver fur, like Silver's, stood together, watching her approach with interest. One of them, an older female, stepped forward. Child, you have done well, she projected into the minds of everyone present. I am Elder Moonlight, leader of the coalition. Silver is my student. Silver bowed deeply to the elder. I did not expect to see you here. Elder, when Hunter Claw contacted our homeworld to complain about humans harboring you, we saw an opportunity, Elder Moonlight explained. Her amber eyes turned to Lily. We have been watching your alliance for some time. Captain Morgan, hoping for a chance to establish contact. Hunter Claw's group has prevented all previous attempts. Admiral Harper cleared her throat loudly. Perhaps we should all sit down and discuss this properly. The three groups took seats around the large table. Lily noticed the tension in the room was thick enough to cut with a knife. Admiral Harper spoke first. On behalf of the Galactic Alliance, I welcome our Felixian guests. This impromptu meeting was not how we typically conduct first contact, but here we are. According to Captain Morgan's report, Silver came aboard the Horizon seeking asylum and offering diplomatic relations. Hunter Claw hissed. That is not accurate. The deviant is a fugitive from justice. Her genetic modifications are illegal. Under our laws, Elder Moonlight raised a hand. Her genetic adaptations were approved by the Coalition Council. She countered the ability to communicate telepathically with non-Felixians is vital for peaceful relations. The two Felixians stared at each other with obvious hostility. Admiral, if I may, Lily interjected. Silver has provided valuable information about Felixian culture and technology. She risked her life to make peaceful contact. Hunter Claw stood suddenly, his tail lashing. She provided military secrets about our defense systems. His amber eyes glowed with anger. She helped your ship withstand our weapons, an act of treason. Then perhaps you shouldn't have fired on an Alliance vessel. Lily shot back. Enough. Admiral Harper slammed her hand on the table. This bickering solves nothing. We have two Felixian factions with opposing views on interspecies contact. The Alliance must decide which faction to recognize officially. Elder Moonlight stood, her silver fur catching the light. She addressed the room. Our coalition represents the majority of Felixian citizens. Hunter Claw's group, while powerful, is a minority faction. Their views on genetic purity have caused suffering among our people. For centuries, we have developed our abilities hoping to one day join the galactic community. One of Hunter Claw's companions spoke up. The coalition would have us dilute our heritage, mingle our genetics with aliens like these humans. Their agenda threatens our very identity as Felixians. The debate continued for hours, with both sides presenting arguments. Hunter Claw's faction emphasized preservation of culture and independence, while the coalition spoke of progress, scientific exchange, and mutual defense. Finally, Admiral Harper called for a recess. Lily found herself in a small side room. With Silver, Elder Moonlight, and Admiral Harper, you have created quite a situation, Captain Harper said, though her tone had softened. You should have reported finding Silver immediately. With respect, Admiral, Lily replied, I made a judgment call. I believed Silver was in danger, and that she represented an opportunity for peaceful contact. Harper nodded. You were right, though. Your methods were unorthodox. The Alliance Council has been monitoring this meeting. They have authorized me to make a provisional decision regarding recognition. Elder Moonlight stepped closer to the Admiral. And what have you decided? Harper looked between the two Felixians. The Alliance recognizes the Coalition of Unity as the official diplomatic representatives of the Felixian people. This recognition is provisional, pending further cultural exchange and the establishment of formal diplomatic relations. Elder Moonlight bowed her head. We accept these terms with gratitude. And Hunter Claw? Silver asked, her ears flattened. Harper sighed. He and his faction will be allowed to return to your homeworld, with the understanding that any further aggressive actions against Alliance vessels will be considered acts of war. When they returned to the conference room, Hunter Claw was already there, his amber eyes fixed on Elder Moonlight with undisguised hatred. I understand the Alliance has made its decision, he growled. Admiral Harper nodded. We have recognized the Coalition as the official representatives of your people. Hunter Claw, you and your followers are free to return home. Hunter Claw snarled. This is not over. You have chosen poorly, Alliance. We will remember this. He turned to leave his followers close behind as they reached the door. Hunter Claw suddenly spun around. His hand moved to his waist, pulling out a device that looked like a small silver sphere. He threw it toward Silver. Lily reacted instinctively. She leaped forward, pushing Silver aside as the device hit the floor. It exploded with a flash of blue energy. Lily felt a burning sensation throughout her body, then darkness. She woke in the medical bay of the Guardian. Dr. Natalie Wright stood over her along with a Felixian doctor with Silver. Welcome back," Captain Wright said with relief. "You gave us quite a scare." "What happened?" Lily asked, her voice hoarse. The device was a genetic disruptor designed to target Silver's modified DNA. The Felixian doctor explained. "Since you are human, it affected you differently temporarily. Overloading your nervous system." Lily tried to sit up. "Where is Silver? Is she all right?" The Felixian doctor gently pressed her back down. "Silver is fine thanks to your quick action." "Captain, she has been by your side for 3 days, refusing to leave until we insisted she rest." 3 days, Lily exclaimed, trying again to sit up, this time succeeding. "What happened with Hunter Claw?" "He and his followers have been detained," Admiral Harper replied, walking into the medical bay. "Their diplomatic status has been revoked following the attack. The Alliance Council is treating this as an attempted assassination of both you and Silver Elder." Moonlight entered behind the Admiral, carrying a small wooden box. "Captain Morgan," she said, bowing slightly. "On behalf of all Felixians who seek peace, I offer our deepest gratitude. Your courage saved Silver's life and possibly the future of our relations with your alliance." She opened the box, revealing a delicate silver pendant, shaped like a Felixian tail curved into a circle. "This is the mark of the Protector, our highest honor. It has never been given to a non-Felixian before." Lily was speechless as Elder Moonlight placed the pendant around her neck. "There is something else," the Elder continued. "With your permission, we would like to assign Silver as our permanent diplomatic representative to travel aboard your vessel. The Horizon would serve as a mobile embassy while our formal relations are established." Lily looked at Admiral Harper, who nodded with a small smile. "I approved the arrangement. Captain, the Horizon will continue its patrol route, but with the added mission of facilitating Felixian integration into the Alliance." 2 days later, Lily was back on the Horizon, standing on the bridge, Silver at her side, wearing the uniform of a diplomatic attaché with Alliance and Felixian insignia side by side. The crew had welcomed her with open arms, especially after learning how she'd helped defend the ship. Kate approached with a datapad. "Captain, all systems ready for departure. The Guardian will escort us to the edge of the sector. Then we'll continue our patrol route." "Excellent," Lily replied. "Looking forward to getting back to normal operations, though I suspect normal has a new meaning now." She glanced at Silver, who was studying a navigational display with fascination. That evening, Lily found Silver in her quarters. The alien had been assigned adjacent cabin, but often visited to discuss cultural differences and diplomatic strategies. Silver was curled up on the couch, her tail wrapped around herself as she read from a datapad. "How are you settling in?" Lily asked, sitting across from her. Silver looked up, her amber eyes bright. "Quite well. Captain, your crew has been most welcoming, though some of their questions about my physiology are rather personal." She flicked her ears in amusement. "Humans are naturally curious." Lily smiled. "It's one of our better qualities most of the time." Silver set down her datapad. "I have been meaning to ask you something, Captain. When you jumped in front of Hunter Claw's weapon, you could have been killed. Why did you do that?" Lily considered the question. "It was instinct, I suppose. Part of being a captain is protecting those under your command. But I am not under your command." Silver pointed out, "I am a diplomatic representative." "True," Lily acknowledged. "But you're also my friend, and friends protect each other." Silver was quiet for a moment, her tail swishing thoughtfully. "Friend," she finally said. "Testing the word, I like that concept." "Me too," Lily replied. "And please, when we're off duty, call me." Lily. Silver nodded, her ears perking up. "Lily," she agreed. That night, as Lily prepared for sleep, she heard a soft sound at her door. She opened it to find Silver standing there, looking somewhat embarrassed. "Is everything all right?" Silver asked. Silver shifted her weight on Felixian ships. "Those of the same social group often sleep in proximity," she explained. "It provides comfort and security. I find myself unable to rest alone in my quarters. The silence is uncomfortable." Lily smiled in understanding. "The couch is all yours." Silver entered, curling up on the couch, her tail wrapping around her body. "Thank you," she projected softly, as Lily drifted off to sleep. She thought about how her life had changed in just a few short weeks. Her mission had expanded beyond exploring space to building bridges between species, and somehow in the process she'd found a friend unlike any other. The next morning, she woke to find Silver still asleep on the couch, her tail swishing gently in some pleasant dream. Lily watched her for a moment, marveling at how quickly she had grown accustomed to having an alien around. Silver opened one eye. "Are you watching me sleep, Captain?" She projected, her mental voice tinged with amusement. "Just thinking about how strange life can be," Lily replied. "I never expected to find a stowaway in my cargo bay, let alone end up with a permanent Felixian diplomat sleeping on my couch." Silver stretched languidly. "Does it bother you?" "Not at all." Lily smiled. "In fact, I'm getting used to it." As the horizon continued its journey through space, Lily knew they were writing a new chapter in Alliance history, and on a personal level, she had found something unexpected, a connection that transcended species. That evening, as Silver curled up on the couch in Lily's quarters, her tail swishing happily, Lily realized that sometimes the most important discoveries weren't new planets or scientific breakthroughs, but the connections we forge with others, even those from worlds beyond our own.